the Spanish Supreme Court perverting the course of justice? Hello and welcome to Catalan News. A judge in Madrid has denied again a jailed MP the right to take office as Catalan President. Jordi Sànchez, who's been in behind bars since last October, will not be able to attend Parliament on Friday to face an investiture debate. He won't even be allowed to take part via Skype. The Spanish Supreme Court says it's not obliged to comply with the precautionary measures set by the UN Committee of Human Rights, which urged Spain to protect the political rights of the candidate by all means possible. Here at Catalan News, we'll explain the latest on this, and we'll also look at a new manifesto signed by more than 40 MEPs urging the EU to mediate between Catalonia and Spain. Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont was not allowed to be sworn in as president because he was abroad and would be arrested if he came back to Catalonia. His number two, Jordi Sànchez, already in jail, was not allowed to leave prison to be sworn in as president last month. A third candidate, Jordi Turull, was jailed before he even had time to face the second round of his investiture debate. And when the UN urged Spain to protect Sánchez's political rights, pro-independence parties put him forward again, with no luck. And this has set the Parliament and the Spanish Supreme Court on a collision course, with groups even announcing plans to launch a lawsuit against the judge for perversion of justice.
The session to swear in a new Catalan president has been postponed, yet again. It is the fourth time that an attempt to invest a new leader for the country has been hindered by the Spanish judiciary. All those that have tried to be elected, including Carles Puigdemont, are either in jail or fighting extradition from abroad. This time the candidate was Jordi Sànchez, currently in prison in the Madrid region. It was his second attempt. Just like in the first one, he requested to be allowed to attend the debate either in person or via video link. This came after the United Nations Committee on Human Rights in Switzerland urged the Spanish authorities to take all necessary measures so that Sánchez can exercise his political rights. Despite this, a Spanish judge denied him his request once more. Roger Torrent, the Parliament Speaker, who called the debate on Monday, had also urged Spain to protect the rights of Sánchez, citing what the UN had said. He warned the Spanish government that there would be a bold response should Sánchez's bid be blocked. And it came today, with Torrent and pro-independence parties announcing that they will launch a lawsuit against the judge for perversion of justice.
Avui neguen els drets del que és també el nostre candidat, Jordi Sànchez, contravenint l'Organització de les Nacions Unides.
És un cop d'estat togat, han canviat l'exèrcit pels jutges.
The decision of the Spanish Supreme Court to block Sánchez was welcomed, however, by the unionist parties, who have always been steadfast in their opposition to the jailed MP as presidential candidate.
No tienen proyecto, no tienen plan, no tienen candidato, no tienen nada.
It's been nearly 4 months since the December 21st election last year called by Madrid, and Catalonia remains without a president. The country has been under direct rule from the Spanish government since its autonomy was stripped after the Parliament declared independence last October. There is still time until May 22nd to swear in a new president. Failure to do so, however, will result in the calling of another election. Who the candidate will be next time, or whether there will even be an alternative candidate, are the big questions now.
It will take a while until we learn the strategy of political parties after the new developments derailed their plans today. The Spanish government wants Catalan parties to put forward a candidate for president with no judicial problems or who is not abroad, which is not that straightforward. Firstly, because all the leaderships of the pro-independence parties, the ones managing a majority in Parliament, are being prosecuted. And secondly, because MPs warn the decision on who to be president is up to them, not Madrid or a Spanish Supreme Court. Some see it as impossible to find a solution if the Catalan and Spanish leaders do not talk to each other. And from Brussels today, a strong message arrived.
40 European Parliament members from 15 different countries. They've all come together to write a manifesto regarding the political standoff in Catalonia, which at this point is neither merely political nor does it involve only Catalonia. The MEPs called for the release of all pro-independence leaders jailed in Madrid, but also for all extradition orders to be dismissed. Currently, there are 7 politicians seeking refuge from the Spanish judiciary abroad, including Carles Puigdemont, the deposed president, who was recently released on bail in Germany. Today, a court in Belgium summoned 3 deposed ministers for Wednesday next week. Meanwhile, in Scotland, another minister testified in court. Her case is likely to last at the very least until August, but her lawyer is confident that the charges have no real basis.
We believe that this warrant is a politically motivated prosecution of Clara. She is accused of orchestrating violence yet the warrant fails in over 19 pages to ever specify a single act of violence or incitement attributable to her.
The MEPs call on EU institutions to mediate the conflict between Catalonia and Spain. The signatories include members from the main groups in the European Parliament, with one notable exception: the People's Party, the largest group in the chamber. This is the party of the Spanish government and that of Chancellor Angela Merkel.
There will be, because of the constitutional situation, no solution so long the majority in the Catalonian Parliament wants to go for independence.
The manifesto is set to be presented in Barcelona on Friday next week.
Here in Catalonia, efforts by the Spanish authorities to dismantle the Diplocat, a consortium that promoted Catalonia abroad, continue. The Diplocat organised seminars and events abroad to foster relationships with foreign universities, parliaments and organisations, usually inviting to Catalonia experts, politicians, journalists or cultural figures to discover the country. Today, Guardia Civil police officers raided this Catalan Public Diplomacy Council in an operation ordered by a court investigating the preparations for the October 1st independence referendum. Diplocat was already shut down last October when the Spanish government suspended Catalonia's self-rule and removed its government. All its employees are to lose their jobs tomorrow. That is why the former communications chief of Diplocat dismissed the police raid as propaganda.
They are looking for information. I don't know exactly what kind of information. Anyway, they have been here before, so any information they could have been looking for, they already had. And that's probably a propaganda operation, because tomorrow Diplocat is going to end its activity, and probably the Spanish government wants to show everyone that they are very effective doing it.
Moving on now, you might remember that this week Spanish police agents arrested a pro-independence activist, accusing her of terrorism and rebellion. Well, today she's been allowed to walk free with precautionary measures by Spain's National Court in Madrid. She is now only accused of public disorder for the role she played in various protests as part of a network of civil protest groups in favour of an independent Catalonia. The woman was arrested at her home in Viladecans, outside Barcelona, on Tuesday and was then transported to prison in the Madrid region, where she remained until appearing in court today. The various protests for which she was held responsible involved the cutting off of motorways and opening toll booths, organising chocolate parties in the middle of roads, protesting with pots and pans and sitting on train railway tracks. Let's change topic now. Wouldn't you love to walk around in the airport or the train station without having to drag your suitcase everywhere? Well, your dreams might have just come true. TravelMate Robotics, an American company, presented this week in Barcelona a suitcase that does exactly this. It follows you everywhere you go. It's even capable of stopping when you do and dodging obstacles in its way, thanks to mobile technology. Some lucky ones were able to see it in the Forum Turístic Barcelona, a fair of innovations in the tourist sector. A great idea, especially if you are one of those that tend to forget your suitcase. With this, it will not forget you. And let's move on to culture now, with an important date on the calendar for comic fans taking place in Barcelona. Let's have a look.
With a bang, kapow, boom and splash, the 36th Barcelona Comic Fair opened its doors today. Last year's edition saw more than 100,000 attendees, and organizers are hoping to reproduce this. And with the upcoming Avengers Infinity War movie, the local publisher for Marvel Comics has an idea of what could make this happen.
Evidentemente hay una conexión que el gran público hace muy evidente entre un gran estreno, que se supone que va a ser multitudinario, y los cómics. Entonces yo creo que esto hace que más gente venga al salón.
With over 50,000 meters squared and an even bigger exhibition space, there are three main stars of this year's show. The first is the creator of the renowned Captain America character, Jack Kirby. Then there's the beloved Superman parody, Super López, celebrating its 45th birthday. Last but not least comes a retrospective on the so-called boom of comics for adults in the country. Another novelty looks to the future rather than the past. The Comic Kids space dedicates almost 3,000 meters squared to younger generations. Here, they will be able to discover the art form through workshops, talks, and a comic book library. Invitees include personalities like the graphic creator of V for Vendetta, David Lloyd, and many more. There will also be an official contest and exhibition featuring last year's winners. Mayor of Barcelona, Ada Colau, even made an appearance on this opening day. To see this animated event yourself, there's still time. It runs until Sunday at the Fira Montjuïc de Barcelona Fairgrounds.
And with this, we finish today's show. We leave you with some images from the Banyoles Lake in the north of Catalonia. Divers have been swimming there because the lake has an unwelcome species that's putting other life there at risk. In any case, it's quite interesting to see. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.